My goal is by the end of this video to turn you into a defensive menace in college football 25. And I promise y'all boys, I could turn you into a defensive menace by just one play. Adding one play to your Duffy and watch how many games you win. And if you stay to the end of this video, you will win 10 times more games in college football 25. But if y'all boys want to claim that, you got to subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure you like the video. And to be honest with y'all boys, mid blitz is still the best defense to run in the game. You just have to know your opponent, what he's doing, and how to adjust to your opponent. And then on top of that, I just like to run man over zone, because when I run zone, I just feel like they have too much time to throw the ball. So I just like to send out blitz, make my opponent have to think quick. If he throws the ball, it's going to be a pick six. And then if he holds it for too long, he's going to get sacked. And the best part about this defense is it will make y'all opponents quit. So if y'all boys become a defensive menace at the end of this video, like y'all will, watch how quick your opponents will quit the game. I'm telling you, your opponent's going to quit after the first quarter if you learn how to run this blitz the right way, which you will. So step one, this is the very important step right here. You have to wait for your opponent to come out just to see what offense formation he's going to be coming out in first, just so you can get an idea of what he's about to do, if he's going to run it, if he's going to pass it, etc. And then for me, after the first 2 to 3 plays, I could tell the type of opponent I'm going to be going against. And what I mean by that is his play style, and also if he's a good player or average player, or if he's just not good at all. And the reason why I wait to see what they come out in first is because, say if they did hit a big play on me already, if that was an RPO or a certain type of trick play, I would know as soon as I see it pop up again, and I'll already be ahead of the game. But as y'all just seen in that clip, he threw the drag, and watch how I adjusted. I said, all right, he ain't throwing that no more. I made sure I used the slot just to clamp him up. So as y'all see, I jammed him. He couldn't even throw it no more, and he just threw it for what, 1 to 2 yards. So when I say knowing and adjusting to your opponent, that's what I'm talking about. If he's trying to do the same play, y'all have to stop it. Make him play, run his plays off of you. And you see here, I switch stick, I bait him into throwing that and get the easy pick. And y'all boys already know where we're going with that. We're going to the apartments. Like I said, y'all ain't a true defensive menace unless y'all score on defense. So in the previous clip, y'all seen I was just on the slot DB. So he's thinking I'm on the slot again. So he's already pre-thinking of where he's going to pass the ball, which he did right there. He just threw the corner. He had to run it back wide open, but he still threw the corner. And most of y'all say that you're going to be able to run all over this defense, and I put it to a test. I mean, obviously, if I'm playing against somebody that likes to run, I'm not going to run mid blitz, but since the bowl games, all people do is run in there. I ran mid blitz in there, and dude couldn't even get a yard on me. And I would teach y'all boys how to stop the run later in the video. But as y'all see, he doesn't even have time to hand the ball off because we're back there tackling the quarterback before he can even get the handout off. And I just love when I play against people that block 7 players on offense, so that means they're only sending 3 players out on a route, so it just makes it easier for me because I have 2 options. I could either double team each route that he puts on a route, or I could just send 8, so send more than what he's blocking. But like I said, that just all depends on who I'm playing and what he likes to do. But in this game, I was just doubling everybody up, and he literally could not do anything. He tried to mainly throw that zig to the slot, but I put a flat out there to stop that. So once I did that, he didn't have anything to do. He tried to do comebacks, throw the ball deep, and he couldn't do it because it was strapped. But now I'm about to turn y'all boys into a defensive menace in under 20 minutes. Get live, Jit. Yo, it's your boy GetLiveMar here, back with another YouTube video. And today, y'all boys, I'm gonna be turning y'all into a defensive menace in under 20 minutes. And y'all boys already know, if y'all boys are part of the GLC fan, go ahead and drop the GLC in the comment section. If y'all boys don't know what that means Get Live Crew. And if y'all boys want to be a part of this next video, just make sure y'all boys drop it down in the comment section. And if y'all boys already not subscribed, make sure y'all boys hit that sub button, because I noticed a lot of y'all boys are not even subbed, and I'll be giving out the free sauce. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So starting off, if my opponent came out in this formation, I'm going to make sure I bring my safety down just to put him over top of the tight end, just to make sure there's no RPOs. And then I'm gonna switch back over to my user, which will always be the person that's over the running back. And if this is the first play of the game, I always sit in the middle, but if he releases him, that's when I start to get on the other side. So let's go and see what these boys called. They called a pass, and you see we got there and blitz. So your responsibility as this man right here that's using the running back is to make sure y'all bring like bring pressure. But like I said, I'm going to make sure I'm going to go ahead and set it up. I always bring down whoever's on the tight end. I bring him down because people like to put their tight end on corner routes, out routes, and people love that RPO flat play. So if he's back here, of course, they can hit that flat on me. But if I bring him down, they're not going to want to do it too much. But like I said, I'm going to just go ahead and bring my user down right here. Let's go ahead and put him on a blitz. And just because I put him on a blitz don't mean you got to go. I'll just let him go by himself, and then I'll take him out. So I'm going to show y'all boys what I mean. So you see he runs in, then I just pop back out and cover whatever I have to cover. So y'all boys see he's blocking 6, and we have 7 up on the line. Now, even though I'm sending 6, that's the reason for me bringing my person on the blitz to confuse their O-line. And you see number 11 is free off the edge because that forces number 74 to pinch down because he thinks I'm blitzing. Now, if I didn't do that, he probably could have had this easily blocked. But you see, he comes free off the edge and gets the easy sack. And you see, like I said, the corner route is a money route. And I went back out there to make sure I guarded it, and it was clamped up. And depending if you're in MUT, if you're in regs, if you're in a dynasty, you have to know how good your defense is, and you need to know how good your opponent's receivers and tight end is. Because sometimes I do press. So depending on the situation, depending on the down, I will press everybody. But if I do press, like I said, depending on the down, sometimes I may go underneath, sometimes I may go over top. It just depends on the situation of what I'm in. And you see here, everything, hey, we're good. Everything is covered. Everything was locked up. Of course, it didn't get there as fast as I wanted it to. But people that go do empty, I love it. So for this, I either guard the running back or the tight end. But most of the time, I guard the tight end. But I do always bring the dude that's down on the running back down. And I jam whoever I'm over. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. I go ahead and jam him so he's not able to do anything or get off the ball, because most people do try to put those routes on the street, on the zig. So where most people mess up when they run mid blitz is trying to run it like this and using the linebacker that's right here. So the problem with that is you see the running back is on the right and the person that's met up with him is all the way over here. So if they put that running back on any type of route, of course you're going to get barbecue chicken. And look at number 8. Just look at the leverage of 8 on that corner. If I was playing against somebody who did this, I'm putting him on a slant or a streak. But if he's right here, I'm going to just go ahead and put him on a slant. So I will go ahead and bring him down like this, bring him over, and make sure I bring dude down over the tight end. And then, like I said, you could sit in here, and I'll just go ahead and blitz him. And let's go ahead and call a play. So I will bag up just to go with the motion. And I will run out, even though he was open. It just depends on the down and situation. But right there, I should have stayed with the running back. But like I said, you just never know if it's going to be a jet sweep or not. So now we're going to go ahead and jam the running back. Go ahead and jam him off the line. And you see, nothing's open. I just love when people do empty because it never works. Another thing I also like to do is spread my D-line. Now, if the pressure isn't getting there normal, this is what I would do. I would just spread them, and you could just put your safety anywhere. Like I said, if he's releasing the running back, you'll want to put him over here. If he's not, then you could just put him in the middle. But right now, we're just going to put him right here. Go ahead and call the play. You see, they tried to run. You're not running it. So that was perfect because we spread the D-line. Anytime I know my opponent is running, I always spread the D-line. Now, this, I will automatically assume an RPO. So I would think the tight end is going to come across the formation to the left on my side. So I would just sit right here and wait for him. So let's go and see what they do. Like I said, it's RPO. It was a play action, but it could have been that RPO right there. But like, you just got to be 10 steps ahead of your opponent. Know what he's calling. If you played a good amount of games, you should already know most of the plays. That's in formations. So let's go ahead and run it. See, they got the motion. We bumped him. Oh, and we got the strip sack. So that's another thing too. Is like you could bump. You just got to be careful with what I'm about to say. Like you could bump into people, but don't overly bump into them. So you see here, I see that drag route. And we like shoulder checked him, but it wasn't too much. It was just to knock him off his route. And then nothing is open still. Nothing is open. But you see 13, he's coming free. and he gets the strip sack. He just took it from him. Now, another thing I like to do if I'm playing against somebody that likes to do zigs on both sides, I like to put my players in flat. So the person that's coming off the edge, all you have to do is double tap the left arrow, and it will be for your D line. So, and you can either do square or circle. Sometimes I do both, and you just put them in a hard flat, which is the left stick to the left, or sometimes I just put them in a curl flat and then shade underneath, and it will just do it for me. So sometimes I do this depending on who I'm playing, but most of the time I only do it to one side, and I just guard the other side, because of course if you run it like this, you're really not going to get a lot of pressure if you do it like this. But let's go ahead and run it. Put him on the blitz, because of course you're only sending 4, so like you've seen that corner route on the other side did open up. So like I said, just pick a side, whatever side he's mainly doing the zigs to. You could just go ahead and either cover it with your user if he's not releasing that the running back, or just manually put him out there. So you see on the left side we had that curl flat, so now I'm worried about the right side. So my responsibility is clamping up this side of the ball, and we got the easy sack. Now, like I said, my goal is to make y'all boys a defensive menace, and I do run this defense anywhere on the field. So when I'm down in the red zone, I do make sure I press, and then I shade my DBs underneath. So all you want to do is press triangle, then your right stick down to shade them underneath, because this is where you will get those zigs, those drags, and everything else down here. But like I said, depending on if he releases that running back or not, I would just sit in the middle just in case he does run the ball. Another thing you can also do if he runs, if you know your opponent runs, is just go ahead and slant your D line outside, because that usually just works for me. You see, he tried to do a screen, it didn't work. It was clamped up. So anytime he's down here in the red zone, just make sure you shade them boys underneath. So now for here, if I'm not feeling comfortable with my DBs, like if it's been a tough game for him, I'll go ahead and put him in a hard flat right there. And then another thing you can also do is put your linebacker, go ahead and put him in a hook curl. So just put him in a hook curl right there, or you can either put him like in a deep zone, I believe you can too, a middle third. But I would just put him in a hook curl right there since I'm already on the right side. So let's go ahead and call the play. Like I said, I would jam him, play him inside, and then we're good. See, now we got the same thing, but this time I'm not going to put anybody on any coverages. We're just going to go ahead and send the heat. Go ahead and jam them. And you see we got that free blitzer and we got the strip sack. So you just got to play around with your opponent. Make him, like, you just got to bait him. That's all you got to do. So here, if I did get hit by that RPO, I will make sure I'm using the tight end. But let's go ahead and see what they run. You can also jam that tight end, but I will play closer on the ball right here. And just jam them and play inside out. And like I said, we got another strip sack. And it's just so many ways to set up this defense. That's why when people say they have a certain like setup for it, that's why I just be laughing. Somebody said they could just run RPOs. Like, why would you run RPOs against man? And plus, I would know. I would just come down and press them in the slot or whatever. And somebody said they would just throw streaks. You wouldn't even have time to throw a streak, because them boys is going to be screaming. And then, like I said, if you have somebody that likes to block 7 to 8 guys, I would take that. Because if you're only going to send 3 to 2 people on a route, that's easier for me. So, for example, let's say if he blocked the running back and the tight end, he's blocking 7 people. So now I could put my outside linebacker, I could put him on a curl flat, so he'll be guarding any type of zig or anything. So that's one person occupied. So just say that slot receiver is on a zig, so he's already guarded. And then the person that's on the tight end, you could put him on a deep half. So that makes another person guarded, unless you just wanted to man him up, but I'd rather put him in the deep half. And then I would just use anything that comes across the middle or gets open. And like I said, everybody would just be double teaming that moment. And then just imagine if the slot wasn't there, say it was a running back in the backfield, and he's blocking 8 and only sending 2 people on a route. That just makes it easier for me. And I'm not telling y'all boys to run this all game, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Of course, if your opponent starts to, see weak spots and you really can't adjust to them, go ahead and change the defense. Don't run it all game if you're getting torched. And if you're playing somebody that likes to run heavy, do wildcat, like I said, you could just go ahead and get up out the defense. But my thing is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if you just, just killing your opponent, he can't stop you, just keep running it. He's going to quit. But this, say you got caught in a situation where you're in the mid blitz, I would just make sure I would spread my D line and slant him outside, and just make sure you got somebody outside, and then I would just use it right here because I don't know which way he's running. So let's go ahead and just hike the ball. And he hikes it, and boom, he's in the backfield. He's tackled. Like I said, spread that D line if your opponent is running, and you should get the stops most of the time. But I really don't recommend running mid blitz if you're playing against somebody that likes to run heavy. But you also could, and if you do get caught in a situation, you could also back up your linebackers just like this if you wanted to. But I wouldn't do that because you see it leaves, it just leaves the A gap, both A gaps wide open. So I would just keep it like this, spread the D line and slant them outside, and just pressure DBs, and you just use her right here just to go right or left depending on whatever your opponent does. Hey y'all boys, but that's it for this video. Y'all boys let me know how y'all first 5 games went, and like I said, I turned y'all boys into a defensive menace. I gave y'all boys the tips. Just let me know how it was, and if this video helped, go ahead, drop a like and a comment. But it's your boy GetLiveMar, and I'm out.